Hello, in today's video I'm going to talk about the code names for the Normandy landing beaches, which are well known, but where do the names come from? Well, there were 4 British and Canadian beaches, and they were all named after types of fish: gold, jelly, sword and band. Now, I know a jellyfish isn't a fish, but that's not important. It is the name it was given. Winston Churchill allegedly might well have known also that jellyfish wasn't a fish, and it was he apparently who objected to the name the Jelly Beach. I think this stands to reason. A jelly in the United Kingdom is a dessert which sort of wobbles a bit. I know in the United States it's something a little different. So therefore he thought it wasn't quite right for the name, so he chose the name Juno, which also has some maritime connotations and therefore seemed suitable for the overall operation. Indeed, it was possibly Churchill as well who didn't like the names that were first given to the operation overall. So names such as Roundup and Sledgehammer or Roundhammer were suggested, but he liked the grandiose term Overlord, and it does have a certain ring to it. What about the band beach, B-A-N-D? Now, a band fish is a fish. It's a fish which actually burrows into muddy seabeds and things like this, or its head can actually pop out and eat, I think, plankton and the likes. Now, Band Beach was located to the east of Sword. Now, the theory, I think, was that landing here could have provided a means of encircling Caen from the eastern side. However, if you look at the map, even today, you can see that there's lots of channels and it's quite marshy, and it was much marshier then in 1944 than it is today. Not only that, Rommel flooded large areas of ground to make it even more difficult. So I think this is the reason why the Band Beach wasn't actually used. What about the American names? So there are 2 American beaches, and we don't quite know, but in one of the books written by Peter Caddick Adams, he's a World War II historian, done quite a lot on the war, it would seem that there were a couple of American soldiers doing carpentry work at the headquarters of Omar Bradley in London. And Bradley was talking to these 2, and one was from Omaha, Nebraska, and the other one was from Provo, Utah. Now, sometime after this, the names Omaha and Utah beaches were used by Bradley himself, and this replaced the names which were being used up until that time, X-Ray and Yoke. Now, X-Ray itself is not a good name for a operation or operational beach, because it is one of the codes used for the letter X. So I think that that could potentially have led to confusion. Whether or not Bradley actually did choose the names based on these 2 carpenters, I'm unable to say, nor for that matter is Mr. Caddick Adams, because he called it an intriguing addendum to history which was impossible to verify. Thus, we ended up with the names Utah, Omaha, Gold, Juno and Sword. We forgot about Band, which was Band. Get it? Band? Oh, never mind. And all these terms entered into common usage. I hope you found that interesting. I upload every Friday at 2000 hours my time. I'm based in Poland and in Germany, so if you're interested in this type of thing, then you might want to subscribe. But for the moment, all the best from me in my secret forest headquarters in Poland.